What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm really just gonna try to get straight to the point and clear things up. So again, I don't know where time went. It's literally been a week since I've posted a video on YouTube. I have been pretty good on my Instagram as far as doing updates on the build. Again, follow the Instagram if you want to see up-to-date videos of the EJ255 build that I'm doing. So basically what this video is going to be is a kind of 3 parts in one, I guess you could say. So I'd like to say I've tried to make a video, but I keep going back and forth of I make a video, like say if I went to a car meet and I just didn't like it, didn't suit, or the video didn't meet my expectations, then obviously I don't want to post it on YouTube if I'm not going to be proud of that video. So I hope that makes sense. So for example, I went to a car meet and I vlogged it, I think it was last weekend, and the only thing that really happened was an M4 did a burnout donut thing. Holy sh! And that was about it. So it wasn't really that exciting. It was me just kind of walking around. I did meet someone there that was a subscriber. That was pretty cool, but nothing way too exciting happened. So I was like, not gonna post it. And then I went back to school and I was really just focusing on my engine and looking up everything to do with what parts do I need to get to the optimum power of my EJ255. So what I mean by that is I was basically just looking up car parts that I wanted, that I thought was going to suit the turbo that I want, the injector size that I need, the compression ratio that I want, the yada 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 yada, all this stuff, right? So I don't know if I was overthinking it or I was just getting way too into it, but I literally took 4 full days, like no joke, every single hour on the hour I was looking up stuff about compression ratios. It took me so long to figure out what pistons I wanted, what pistons I had to get, because there is an actual difference between the 2.5 liter in the WRX and the 2.5 liter in the STI. I knew there was differences, but I didn't know there was actually that many differences in buying parts. So it was ridiculous. I can explain that if you guys want. Actually, I already did explain that yesterday, so how about let's just go to yesterday. So initially, I wanted to buy 9-to-1 compression pistons. Now, you would think, okay, yeah, just go online and order 9-to-1 pistons. I'm like, okay, yeah, I wish it was that easy for a WRX, but it's actually not. So let me tell you what I had to do. I wanted to go with the company CP. I'm sure you guys have heard of them. If you haven't, it's called CP Carrillo, I believe is like their proper name. So I gave them a call and I asked if they have 9-to-1 compression pistons for an EJ255. Now, an EJ255 is the code for a WRX, not STI engine. An STI is called an EJ257 and a WRX is called an EJ255. Now, as far as bottom end, the EJ255 and the EJ257 is basically the same. I say basically, yes, there's slight changes, but I'm saying as far as rod length, stroke length, all that stuff is all the same. The only main difference is the pistons in the STI, the 257 are different. The piston, and also the heads are both different. So a WRX has a higher compression head than an STI does. But the STI has higher compression pistons than a WRX does. I'm pretty sure I said that right. So what you have to do is, for example, if you had a WRX 100% stock head, stock pistons, it would have an 8.5-to-1 compression ratio. But if you were to throw in STI pistons into that WRX with WRX head, you would have about like 8.75. So it goes up, right? High compression pistons in with that high compression head. If you're lost, I'm sorry, but I'm freaking going in right now. So, CP makes pistons specifically for the EJ257, but they fit EJ255, but it's not 9-to-1 because the head on the 255, the WRX, is higher compression. So if I was to get 9-to-1 pistons, technically they're for an STI. So you throw them in the WRX with a WRX head, high compression, it goes up to about like a 9.3, 9.4 if you use a stock head gasket. Now, I'm sorry if you guys are lost, but if you guys are following, then congratulations. Now, in order for me to get my desired 9.1 compression, I need to get, in layman's terms, super basic, get a thicker head gasket, and that will bring that compression down because I'm adding volume. So I'm compressing this large area into a larger area than normal. Does that make sense? If I'm adding material, I'm making the area it's getting compressed to larger, so therefore my compression will go down. Wow. I think I got that. It's kind of hard to explain that while driving, but if you guys followed that, then congratulations. But basically, all I want to say is I finally figured out what pistons I need, what I need to do as far as machining, and what head gasket I need for everything to work flawlessly. Now I can go more in depth about compression ratios and effective compression ratios if you guys want me to, but if you guys want to know, my static compression ratio is actually going to be at like a 9.2, and my effective, which is all that really matters, is going to be at a 6.7 to 1 effective compression ratio. And your effective compression ratio changes dependent on valve timing and all that stuff. And that 6.7 that I got, that's taking into account everything new that I'm getting and my new cams that I'm getting. So if you guys are like engine builders and you probably know what I'm talking about, but if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I am sorry. I'll try to explain maybe in a future video if you guys like these kind of videos, but yeah, I figured it out. That's all that matters. That literally took me 4 days to explain what I'm talking about. It took me 4 days of straight research, and I finally figured it out. So pretty stoked on it. Again, if you guys didn't get what I said yesterday, the clip that you guys just watched, I'm sorry, but I was basically just rambling on and on. I don't even know if I made that much sense, but I really just want to get the information out there on why I chose my 9-to-1 compression. And a quick update on that, it's actually not 9-to-1. The effective compression ratio is like 6.7 because I am boosted, and obviously that's going to go up because I am boosted. I am over 100% volumetric efficiency. That's why I wanted a lower effective compression ratio. For anyone that actually builds engines, you know what I'm talking about. Now, as far as an update on today, I started my reassembly of the EJ255. Finally, I am done taking it apart and cleaning. All that stuff is basically out of the way. It is finished. Now, I officially started on Friday. Today's Saturday, so yesterday, I started the reassembly. If you follow me on Instagram, like I said before, I posted on my story, I was putting in valve guides. So I bought bronze GSC valve guides. Because I got new valves, I wanted to get new valve guides, yada, yada, yada. So I finally took my old ones out. I pressed the old ones out, and I put my new ones in. And that is the first step in my reassembly for my head. The next thing I'm going to do on Tuesday of next week is my first day of school back. I will be grinding valve seats and throwing in my valves, my springs, the keepers, retainers, all that stuff. And basically my head is going to be, or both my heads are going to be fully assembled. It will be finished by the end of next week. I am pretty confident on that. And another update, I officially ordered my pistons. So once my pistons come in, I will be giving my pistons and both my case halves or my block to the machine shop because I don't want to machine it. I don't want to mess it up. That's obviously the most important part, and I want my engine to be very, very reliable, and I just don't want that on my head because it's kind of hard to machine the block for Subarus. It's kind of complicated, but I just don't want to do it. So anyway, so once my pistons come in, I already have an appointment, or I already told the machine shop that I'm coming to drop those off. So once I get my pistons, I will bring all that to the machine shop. They're going to deck the block for me, and they are also going to do the bore and hone for those case halves, and then I'm basically good to go. Then I got to get my crank, my connecting rods, and my race bearings, the main and the rod. So once I get all those together, then I can throw together my block. And then I put my block and my head, put in my new Killer Bee oil pickup, possibly also like the water pump, the oil pump, all that accessory stuff. And then it's really coming together. So I really feel like very, very soon here, we're going to be making some huge progress, and I'm very, very excited about it. Okay, I had to stand up because I'm getting way too excited sitting down because I finally am starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel for this build. I'm so excited. And also what I did yesterday is I dropped off my rear flares at a shop to get fixed. If you guys remember from either the last video or a couple videos ago, I said that one of my flares in the rear, was the driver's side, is cracked. One of you guys hit me up and said that they own a body shop and they're willing to help out and fix the flare for me, and I was like, oh my god, really? Are you serious? He's like, absolutely, come through. I went to that shop yesterday and I dropped off the flares, and that shop was absolutely insane. Once I go pick them up, I'll give you guys a walk around tour of that shop. It was sick. There was 240s, there was old school muscle cars. It was absolutely awesome. And also I'd like to say again, shout out to the boy Josh for hooking it up, fixing the flare. I'm way too excited for that. So hopefully I will pick that flare up next week. It'll be all good to go. And then once the flares come in, we will be putting them on. Now, let's go outside, let's look at the Subaru as it stands now. So the front flares are on, and I also put one piece of the rear flare on, the part on the door, so you can kind of start seeing what it's going to look like flared. Super excited about it, so I'm going to go down there, show you guys the Subaru. If you guys are wondering why I'm talking so fast and trying to get this video done and out there, is because I actually have work in less than an hour. So I want to bust this out and try to get it edited and then up for tomorrow. Ooh, I forgot to take the cover off. Here's the Subi. Bada bing, bada boom. You can see the rear part of the flare with the sun reflecting, looking dope. Also, what I did today is I finally sold my old taillights. Super stoked on that. And actually the guy that I sold them to, if you guys know what Illumisthetic taillights are, that's what my old taillights are gonna be. That's what they're for. The guy bought it for his friend. His friend owns the company Illumisthetic, the ones that makes the super sick LED taillights that have like the C shape and all sort of stuff. So at least they're going to a good home, and they're gonna be super sick when they're done. Whoever's getting those taillights, you're very lucky. Gonna be super sick when they're all done. Now, did another little walk around in the sun with these flares, and also there was a few people that commented and said that these new fenders are a different color than my World Rally Blue on my car on everywhere else, and yes, they are. You can tell. You can kind of tell they're different, and also it's like dented. I don't know if I clarified, but those are not my fenders. My fenders are actually in the garage, which I'll show you guys right now. Bada bing, bada boom. So yeah, those are not my fenders, and I know they're a different color, and I'm not going to be running those. But the flares themselves, these guys, the flares themselves are actually the same color as that. It's just a fender that's a different color, just because I think the guy, wherever that 2007 STI is what it came off of, I just don't think he took that good of care of those fenders, so whatever, they faded. I'm not going to run them. I'm going to be running these right here, because they are in perfect condition. But I was just put those on to see, I just put those ones on to see what it's gonna look like. I'm not gonna be running those because it is a different color that will make me upset. So I'm gonna end up cutting those. I'm just gonna use the old ones over there, the ones that are not good, just as a template. So I know where to cut, and also once I throw the new wheels on, I'll know if I need to cut any more and whatnot. So those are just there for now. I'm not gonna be running those. Just to clarify, I know they are a different color right now. I remember, I'm going to show you guys what this little piece looks like on the door. You can kind of see what it's going to look like flared. There you go. You can kind of get the gist of the rears over there, but it's going to be a lot wider once the actual rear flare is on. But obviously I don't have them because they are at the shop right now getting fixed again. Apparently, Jordan says that he wants to get his car tuned and get an intake or something like that. So just a tune and an intake on I think it's a 2016 GT. So this is a call out to Jordan. If he's watching this video, let's race. I already told him I want to race him when my car's done. But this is an official call out for Jordan. If he's watching this video, or go comment on his channel, I'll link it down below. If you guys don't know who Jordan is, my best friend, he has a YouTube channel. He has a 2016 Mustang GT. And I tell him, or I always tell him, when we're hanging out, that I want to race him when my car's fully built for his stock GT. So we'll see what he says. He is down. I think he's finally starting to get scared now that he's seeing all the parts that I'm getting and the potential that it obviously has once it's fully built and I get the turbo that I'm getting. I really think I'm going to win. I'm just pretty confident. His car's manual, my car's manual. I think I have a little bit better gears than him. as far as pulling from, like, let's say first, second, third, fourth, but on the freeway he'll for sure get me. But I don't know, we'll see. If you guys want to see me race a 2016 Mustang GT that's going to be tuned versus my car fully built, definitely comment down below for that. The main reason for this video was just to get you guys in the loop, where the car's at, what I've been doing. Again, I've just been picking up a bunch of shifts, going to school, killing it, getting my engine ready to go. I'm super, super beyond stoked, and I'm finally starting to see the light. Like, it's really coming together. We're finally on the assembly phase. And also, I believe on Tuesday, when I'm going to be grinding the valve seats, I'm going to bring you guys in there and try to get one of my friends to record for me, showing installing the valves and also grinding the valve seats. I think that'll be a pretty cool video, but no promises on that. I don't know, but I am going to try to get that video for you guys. I feel like I've literally been talking for 20 minutes straight on this update, but I really just want to get this video out there. And no, I did not disappear. I am still very into it. I do still try to be very active on social media as far as my Instagram goes. So again, if you guys want like daily updates on the Subaru, go ahead, follow the Instagram. I need to honestly start posting more on YouTube, but it's hard to do it when all I want to do is make videos with my car, and my car doesn't have the engine in it. I'm really just trying my absolute hardest to get that thing back on the road, because the videos that I have planned for when that thing is done, fully tuned, ready to go, the videos are going to be insane, and I can't wait. Hope you guys are excited too. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.